when they resuscitated you in a coma, and you were gone for a long time, so what was the recovery like?
Hell. They actually said, well, they thought, the paramedics in the hospital thought that it had been a waste of time resuscitating me. They thought that I would die within a few days, and basically they kept going and they resuscitated me as a favour to Bernie and family, so that they would have time, a chance to say goodbye to me without just being presented a dead body. They'd be able to come in and say, this is Mum and she's dead. And I remember when I was in the coma, because you come in and out, like a coma is, being in a coma is like your worst ever dream, right? It's not like, again, it's not like being dead. You're in this kind of dream. It feels like a dream state. And I actually felt that I was chasing this, it's like there was a giant shark going through my brain and I'm running in front of it, scooping up memories and thoughts and whatever, and shoving them into different parts, sort of going, you can't have that, go, you can't have that, go, and it would come along, go, and anything I missed, it would just chew up. So God knows what I've lost. God knows what I've lost. Before I died, I spoke more than one language, and a good 99% of my languages are gone. A lot of my English was taken from me when I first was recovering. I had no real idea. But, you know, before I died, I spoke English, French, Japanese, German and Greek, right? Gone. I can say a very, 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 I can say, imananji deska, like what time is it now? Or I can say, thales me bambas tokrabate, you know, which is, I want to go to bed. The Greek man. But, you know, like that's about it. That's about it from being able to speak, read and write. That consuming shark took that, and I can live with that. And in fact, even my ability to learn languages seems to have gone, because I've tried to learn Spanish since then and it just won't stick. And I thought, oh, maybe I'll learn Ukrainian or Russian, and I got one word into Russian and then I went, no, can't do it. So, you know, that's a minor thing. But a lot of my sewing abilities went too, so I lost that. And I had to relearn to knit. I still cannot remember how to crochet, even though I was really good. So anybody knows how to crochet, teach me. Okay, you know, so there's stuff, and I'm still discovering, like 13 years later, I'm still discovering what is gone. But what stayed was my ability to use energy and to see energy and to feel people, and other things came in that it's not that they weren't there before, but they were there in a lesser degree. Like, I have developed far greater empathy for animals than I ever had before, and I was really empathetic, but nowhere near what I am now. Even the realisation that animals are fully developed souls like us, just like us, you know, and you know, you say that, you go, oh, isn't that cat cute? Look at it, standing up like it's a person. Even that is kind of insulting. It's standing up like an intelligent being because it bloody well can, you know? And it's interested in playing games because it likes to have fun. Why not? You know, I think the whole world is getting to that point, but I really don't know what they want me to do precisely, other than I follow my intuition and hope that I'm I'm getting there. What I think is to keep working as I was, and maybe to raise awareness, maybe to help people to see that we don't need to eat baby lambs. We don't need to kill piglets in front of their mothers. We don't need to steal the milk and throw like newborn calves away like they're nothing because they're male. You know, maybe we should stop breeding.
There were animals, lots of animals.
There were lots of animals.
You could hear them, think and speak.
Yeah. There were lots of animals there, which is why I was able to meet my dog and my rabbit. And, you know, I'm sure that if I had like the rest of my life, I would have met some amazing people and amazing animals, you know. When you think of all the things that we have done, that we do as humans, that smacks of inequality to other beings on this planet, I think, you know, we have a lot to make amends for. Even if we haven't done these things ourselves, you know. And I'm not talking about necessarily killing animals for food, because everything dies and animals, other animals and people have to live. It's not what you do, it's the way that you do it. Even when you talk about murder, for instance, some things are considered murder that shouldn't necessarily be considered murder, like assisted dying. Say, you know, if somebody's in a coma and there's like no hope of them coming back, or if they come back, they're going to be in a really disastrous vegetative state. And you think to yourself, I mean, we're not talking Stephen Hawking kind of thing. We're talking somebody who maybe was fully functional and now they're going to be like a quadriplegic in a wheelchair with a severe brain injury with a 20-minute functional window throughout like an entire period of a day. And because of the medical codes and ethics, they have to be kept alive. Or somebody who's in extreme pain and as an adult, rational thinking being, they think, I want to choose my own space, my own time, my own dignity. And everybody knows that this is perhaps the best moral and ethical thing to do, but they also are caught by what is Christian standards, that thou shalt not kill. So if they do help that, they can be charged with murder. Huh? That's not murder. That's not. Technically, yes, but that's not murder. And these are things, I guess, that I struggle with nowadays, is I know that everything dies. You know, plants have feelings and stuff, and we walk on the grass, and it's the way of life. And until we evolve fully into spirit, in which case we don't have all the wonderful things like Krispy Kreme donuts or whatever down here, scotch on the rocks, you know, cigars, all the things that humans love. But then we have to try and mitigate the harm and be as ethical as we can. So it's not killing an animal for food, but do you have to kill a baby piglet in front of its mother? or pigs in front of each other, or, you know, like, can we not give them space and dignity and respect? Do we have to do that? And can we not soothe trees before we chop them down? Why not? They feel, they hear, thank them. Why can we not? Do we have to rush so much that we don't have time for what really should be common decency? And that's the kind of thing that bothers me now. Even when you're going to a supermarket, and, you know, you'll often see people who push in front of other people because they're in such a rush, or they walk past a person who's sitting out the front of the supermarket going, please, just like 20 cents, 5 cents, whatever. You know, do we have to dismiss them and say, oh, get a job, you bum? They're not wearing shoes. How are they supposed to get a job? Is McDonald's going to employ them? What about the servo? You know, I think we need, well, I know we need to work towards a much more gentle world where we're gentle even with ourselves. And we can't, like, there's not much we can do about everything. You can't say to a billionaire, stop making money. Once they get up to that stage, it's a self-generating monster. It's going to generate. But if these people were treated more, I don't know, kindly, maybe they would have worked out for themselves that it would be mighty good to do something philanthropic with their money. That accumulation is not necessarily everything. I'm not opposed to some people having enough money to buy a Ferrari and other people only having enough money to buy like a Toyota. I don't mind, you know. I don't drive a Ferrari, I drive a Peugeot. I'm sure you understand what I mean. Like, this world is never going to be an equal place, and we have to be comfortable with that. Some people are going to do better than others. Learn to live with it, but nobody should be cruel.
Carmel, did you have a life review where you were in heaven?
Not what people call a life review. No, I didn't. I kind of did in various things. Like, they showed me relevant points if I was raising that issue. Look what you've done this. But there was no going back and going, you know, and oh my God, you did this. And remember when you stole the Kit Kat? Yes, I do. Thank you. Don't remind me. I've apologised 100 times. Do you remember when you drank all the Fanta and you made yourself sick? Yes, I do. Again, haven't drunk Fanta since. Yes. You know, like, I think I've reviewed my life. Like, I am so good at doing the wrong thing and then getting immediately guilty. Like, oh my God, I've done that. I can't do that. You know, but I didn't have that. Like, other people I've spoken to have said, oh yes, I saw all this and I saw all that. And I think, wow, I didn't. I suspect that it depends person to person. There are how many billion people on this planet, and therefore there's going to be at least that many different near-death experiences or death experiences. We only call it near death because you come back. You know,